Macca's guides.
Hey guys, Macca here with a Crackdown 3 video guide. I'm going to show you how to drive your agency vehicle on the tallest building on the absolute highest point. Doing so will allow you to grab an achievement called Roads. What Roads? For driving an agency vehicle in the spider form on a wall above 3,000 feet. Now the first thing we're going to want to do is beat the game and clear the final tower in the game. 3,000 feet is roughly 900 meters. There's only one building that tall in the entire game, and it is the final boss's building. You'll also need to have agility level 5 in order to have triple jumps and double dashes in order to be able to do this. Next, you'll want to go to the supply point called the Citadel. Here you can press up on the D-pad to spawn the agency vehicle, and instead of driving it to the top, we're just going to pick it up and carry it to the top, as I don't believe driving there is possible. The first jump I'm going to show you is absolutely the trickiest, and that is you have to walk down the road a little bit and then triple jump and double dash your way to this little wind vent. And it can be a tough jump. If you hit the edge, you'll probably drop the car. You might be able to catch it on the way down and try to bring it up. But if you do fail, you'll have to wait a little bit of time for the game to allow you to spawn another agency vehicle in order to try again. Once you get out of that first air vent, you have to jump and dash your way to the second one here. Once you hit the second one, make sure you land up here. Now at any point during this run, make sure you do not press the trigger, as that will throw the car and it will immediately explode. If you do have to put down the car at any point, hold X to put it down or pick it up. The next jump was pretty easy. Now keep in mind, because we have a car in our hands, we cannot mantle. We must land all of our jumps on our feet. Go around the corner, you'll find a third wind vent. We're already almost halfway up the tower, and you should land on this platform. Now there are a bunch of hallways to run through, so we're just going to follow them through. One thing to keep in mind is that this is almost going to be impossible if you didn't clear the tower out, because there's going to be enemies around every corner. Additionally, it is possible to get through certain doors in this kind of boss tower without opening them, so you may come across some closed doors if you pass them on your first time through. You'll have to make sure you put down the car and kind of solve any of the little puzzles you may not have solved. I already have them all done. The hallways can get a little bit complicated, but overall, as long as you're always moving forward and looking for the next door, you should be good to go. Now, we do have to make our way across the entire tower here on this floor in order to get to the other side. And it doesn't get too hard from here, though. Now, this is probably the second hardest jump. I would probably recommend that you use this explosive here, as you do need to triple jump. And the triple jump can be really hard from the ground floor, so make sure you use any little bit of elevation you can get. At this point, jump on the two little platforms ahead of you, and then jump on these thin platforms to get to the purple floor. Now, instead of going through the purple floor, which is possible and totally doable, I'm going to take a little bit of a shortcut, which is jumping to the monorail tracks off of the side here. I almost actually dropped the car. You don't have to jump off this crate, but I decided to do it just to be a little bit safer. You're going to have to triple jump and then double dash your way to the monorail, making sure you land on top. Again, that jump is completely possible from the normal height. I decided to go on the crate, which is a little bit risky. Now, once on the monorail, you're just going to want to, take the monorail and go up. You can go up through the building itself. It actually doesn't take that much longer, but it is a lot easier to get kind of lost. Now, once you make your way to these kind of platforms that stick out, you're going to want to jump your way onto them, and then jump your way onto the final top red floor. Now, this is where things can get a little bit tricky, but honestly, it's not too hard. You're going to make your way through this kind of final door, and there will be enemies. These enemies are always here. These enemies always respawn. And as far as I can tell personally, there's no way to get rid of them permanently. So just nicely put your car down behind you and then take out these enemies. From my experience, there's usually only 3, and you can quickly and easily take them out using 2 homing rockets. Now we're going to go back for our vehicle to make sure we can pick it up. Now, if you've done the boss battle already, maybe some small spoilers, there's an elevator in front of us that you take to the very top of the tower. Unfortunately, this car does not fit in the elevator, and you can't go through the door with the car. So I'm going to put the car down and show you this elevator, and that's what I tried to do at first, but it didn't seem to work. What we actually need to do is get in the car, and then make sure you transform to spider form by pressing left on the D-pad. And you might want to get familiar with the spider car controls. You can hold X to kind of prepare your shocks. Letting go of X makes you jump, and then you can steer your car in the air. So what we're going to do is drive towards the elevator and aim for the right wall, prepare your jump, lean back, and land all 4 wheels on this wall right here, and then you should be able to drive to the very top of the map, the highest point in the game. At some point right now, your achievement should be unlocking. I already had it, so you won't see it on screen. Now, if you jump out of your car properly, you can actually land on this pillar and kind of explore a little bit, or feel free to stay in the car and let yourself fall for 4 seconds in order to unlock a separate achievement if you don't already have that one. And that's more or less how you can get this achievement to unlock somewhat easily. If you're wondering how high we are, we're roughly 1,100 meters above ground, so a fair bit above the recommended 3,000 feet. Thank you guys so much for watching. A special thanks to everyone on Patreon for supporting the show. Shout out to Double O. Drop a like and share the video with a friend. I'll see you next time. Peace.